Okay, so 6-point perspective. Um, so first, what is 5-point perspective, right? 5-point perspective, we have here this z vanishing point, we have this one horizon line, and so this z will kind of converge on the axis to z vanishing point. Then we have this y vanishing point above and y vanishing point below, x on the left, x on the right, right? So it's like 5-point perspective. In the 6-point perspective, we will have like this bigger field. So y start to expand like this. So, and what happen is y continues this way and this way. So eventually it looks like kind of magnet fields, right? And same will happen with x. So like as each vanishing point became like this. So it's transition from this circular shape to this straight line. And we just see how it goes all around. So this kind of drawing of this pattern kind of depend on the size of a picture plane you have. So if it's here, for example, then this is what you will see. So you don't need to draw all this kind of fields going out of it, right? So, and what also with 5 and 6 point, it's this horizon line going through x, z, and right x vanishing points. This horizon line look like this straight line when we like standing on the ground, or we kind of parallel to ground, and our line of sight is parallel to ground. So it's, let's say, like you kind of standing like that, you looking forward, and you standing kind of on the ground, let's say here, right? So horizon line, it's your eye level when you're like looking parallel to ground. But if you're looking up or down, you will see horizon line as a circle. So horizon line will be this circle which is goes through x and these two vanishing points. So before these vanishing points, they've been representing y vanishing point, like vertical. In a case when you look up or down, they start to be z vanishing points. And instead of z here, we have y vanishing point here. So why this happen is because we have like 90-degree angle change. So you see between this z and y is 90-degree. So again, let's say here is camera. So camera line of sight parallel to ground. if camera look up, so right above camera will be a Y vanishing point. Right in front is Z. So here we have 90 degree between Z and Y. So when camera look up, Z switch with Y in the perspective grid. So, and this happen in a 5-point perspective. So this is 5-point perspective, right? And the same in a 6-point perspective, because 6-point perspective is just like kind of extended 5-point perspective, you know? Because in a 6-point perspective, we just take this outside area. This area outside is a kind of area which is goes farther than 180 degree from your visual sphere, kind of. So if here this your front, this your back, top, bottom, so this kind of your visual sphere, 5-point perspective only takes front half, one like kind of 180 sphere. 6-point perspective to take in whole sphere. So now it's taking backside too, so it's like 360. And this rear side, rear half of a sphere, it's represented like this, with this kind of magnetic fields. So it's kind of actually very simple if you kind of know what is 5-point perspective. It's just like one step further, not big deal. So then let's see some examples. So here we have downshot, camera 90 degree look down. Так. Let's... So how we can find here horizon line? Horizon line, it will be this circle. So you look where this kind of circle shape, which will be kind of like this circle line going through 4 vanishing points. So you can do it like any way, like let's say you can first look for direction of z-axis, for example, and you see like, oh, so z-axis convergent here, like z. You can look for, depend kind of on the image you working with. If it's clear where x and z, you can start from them. So I say, okay, so this will be like x, and then you draw circle. So this will be like horizon line. So what this horizon line shows, it shows also like camera height, right? So this is where camera is about this level high, because it's kind of, you see, is kind of surreal perspective. It looks like it's completely out of out of Earth, is somewhere in a space, when in reality it's not. It's actually it's within this space. So you can look now when we have horizon line, you look like where this horizon line intersect with the environment. So horizon line shows this camera it's about this high on a building, right? So it's like or this building high. So you can look around and we see exactly where according to environment. Like you can even like calculate levels in the buildings. Say it's like 30th floor or stuff like that. So then also it's very easy to find fifth vanishing point. So let's take this building for example. So anyway, we can see how they all converge to center, right? So this center, it's a y vanishing point, and you see this y vanishing point is right below, and it's called nadir. This type of vanishing point called nadir. So that's it. So this is 5-point perspective. But you see, we not only have sky, we still have some buildings, some structure outside of this 5-point perspective, outside of 5-point perspective grid. So to include them, to make sure you understand like how their form will go, where these axis lines, you might need this like extra perspective grid for 6-point perspective, right? So, and then you add, so you kind of extend this z, then you go like that. So I showing you how you can do it freehand. So you don't need any special equipment for this. It's really that simple. And if you're not confident drawing curved line, just draw more. It will be easier. Same here. You see we have x, y, x. You draw line like this, and then you continue like as much space you have in your picture, just make it straight line. So now you have this straight line, then this is also x, right? This is like, because x go from x vanishing point to x vanishing point like this, and now you have straight line here, and you have this curve line here. Then it's making transition, make transition from straight and curve like this, right? So you make op, and then again subdivide, subdivide. If you need more, okay, continue subdividing. Very easy, very easy. Just create this transition. So it's look like some complex thing because you're making transition from straight to curve, but process is very simple. See, so and here is just when we have space, like here we have some area, right? So here I can show it in like full curve going from one vanishing point to other like this. Okay, but where it's going outside, I just draw it going like that. Same in the bottom here. So we have this like half circle from x to x. Then you subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. If you have space, you draw it like this. Then again, just subdivide. That's it, very easy. So these waves here, they're your x and z. So you can, with this grid, now you can draw like these buildings which go in above horizon line. So let's say exaggerate if we have here very tall building. So you see, you use this y. Let's use the red color. So you have this like y vanishing point. Then you have x, y, z, and again y. So here you have your tall building go above horizon line. Так. So let's see. So this camera height about like, I don't know, 25 floor height. Then you see we have like other case. It's like about like 2.5 meters maybe high. So again, I can show you. After like breaking down, like what I recommend, right? Like you make breakdowns of perspective like this. Like you will make 20 maybe, and it's already will be very easy for you to see it. You will develop this vision kind of. Because what is this vision about? It's about seeing this perspective grid. So you look at picture and you're already like, you see this structure. Very easy, but requires some practice. So your brain get accustomed. So here again, you see, hello, Gabriel. So you see, let's say this thing, right? So let's say it's x vanishing point. So this already show you height of a horizon line, eye level of a camera. Так. So, and then, so what we have? You see this line goes about here. So this one is little more distorted because it's not very symmetrical. But structure all here. So this x, so your так, horizon line will be some kind of about here. Anyway, so and then you can quickly find. So like y vanishing point about here, and z, you see z vanishing point will be somewhere here. Just like I've make it very quick. Then here outside again, but as same as like about 2 meter high. So you see vanishing point here, vanishing point here, and then if you follow this line, and then so horizon line will be about here. This horizon line. So here we have this like z vanishing points, x vanishing points. So here this is like more complex case, but I talk about this reference in the previous videos, and I will talk about this again next time, because here it's the same perspective grid, it's 6-point perspective grid, but it's little skewed because it's not absolutely symmetrical. So it's not like exactly 90-degree down view. It's a little angled, like 22.5 degree maybe. So yeah, so and here also interesting moment. So imagine like we have 1-point perspective. So imagine like you have some picture with 1-point perspective, let's say. So you draw there box, right? But then you have second box which follow another vanishing point inside same picture, right? So it's like whole picture following this 1-point perspective grid, but then you have second box which have its own vanishing point, let's say like z slash, right? So you draw second box for its own vanishing point, and you can have couple extra vanishing point for different objects, like maybe this vanishing point for this box. So it's like extra vanishing points. Same situation happened here, but in 6-point perspective. So we have same, so it's still same structure of all elements, like we have this horizon line, then we have, let's say, take this one as main axis. So this will be like z, and this will be x. So here will be main grid. And y y-axis. So, but you see some buildings have their own vanishing points. let's say, so this following x is kind of okay. This have like, okay, this one is kind of, I don't know, let's make it d d vanishing point. So what happened with this d vanishing point? Because it's 6-point perspective, so we will have, like, we need to make from this d point, draw a straight line through center of perspective grid through this y vanishing point, and then we will have like opposite side on a horizon line. So this d vanishing point, or like each vanishing point here, will be doubled. It will have like opposite of itself, right? Because always will be like left and right side or front and rear side. So once we have D here, we need to project it through center to other side. So, and now you can draw it like as many grid lines as you want. So like grid for this vanishing point will behave same way like Z or X, right? It will make these waves. So this building following this grid. Same, let's say. Yeah, actually just here is just this one building. But we can make, let's make one more example. Let's make like here, like M vanishing point. So we have M vanishing point. We draw a straight line through center, and we have M vanishing point on other side, right? And same like you just can draw as many lines as you want, and draw, let's say, like say some car. Stuff like that. Так,
Madness.
This is Jane Bond art.
So let's draw. Some 6-point perspective. Just cut hair everywhere. Hello, Monica. Nice. Yeah. So let's draw this one. So or actually this one in a square frame. So for this one, can draw. So you see, kind of it's like very advanced perspective type, but I always focus on ideas to kind of it should be feasible to draw it freehand, even without ruler, you know. So here first I make this cross. To you see this cross, it's like showing this 90-degree angle between z and x axis. So let's say here will be front z, this rear z, this right x, and this left x. Then these are horizon line. So even it's not symmetrical, it still will work. Because like I say again, this idea kind of this mean understand principles, because then when you understand, you know what is essential and what is secondary, so you can sacrifice something less important. So most important in perspective, it's a structure, a kind of relationship of elements in a structure, and accuracy. You can skew it, you can distort it. You have a lot of freedom to distort accuracy. So this is kind of 5-point here, and then I go and making it like 6-point, right? So I have this curve, this straight. Now I draw kind of in between. So whoop, whoop. Same here. Look, whoop. Whoop. So it's RZ and same for X. Whoop. Whoop. That's it. So a 6-point perspective grid. Ah, yeah, forget Y vanishing point. So now it's done. 6-point perspective grid. Then now with this grid we can like make composition. So what we have here there's some crossroads. So it's like main road goes here, and then here is intersection. And then we can make some. So with the buildings here, we have like main groups. You can kind of see them as like big, medium, small, or just big and small. But here is always I kind of divide them in a category of buildings which is like on the front or second plan, so they look more like boxes, they look more volumetric. And then buildings which is far away, they look more like a pattern. They like only have like some very slight idea of 3D form, but actually they look flat. So for example here, look this kind of, let's say this group of buildings here, this building here, they're more like boxes. Yeah, if you just draw more often and you will have better control of lines. It's kind of very simple think. So we have this is some kind of rooftop. Whoop. Yes, kind of easiest part is to be fluent with your lines, and also it's always, it's a kind of symptom, like it reflects how much you draw. So because like we always can see from line quality of artist, we can see how often he draw. Так. So let's say So here I make this box forms. Maybe here. Because now with this buildings, right? It's not just about drawing them properly, kind of, or uh, accurate according to reference. It's mostly it's about designing rhythms. You're making rhythms for your composition. So it's like, let's say you have box here, and you have box here, and then you have this kind of group of buildings which is actually just like pattern like this. You see, this is kind of what I'm talking about. So these faraway buildings, they're more about abstract rhythms like this. So some kind of hello, some random dude. Say my name. So you see a kind of like, actually what I'm drawing right now, it's like mix of 2D and 3D. So 3D is about box, right? And this box, it's aligned to perspective grid. So we have like Y, Z, and X sides of this box, right? And 2D, it's about shapes. So like if it's box, this box still consists of it's like made from 2D shapes. Like each element of it, it's also actually 2D shape, or it's like shape of box itself, right? So it's also shape. It's like outline kind of a box, right? So you need to be able work simultaneously with 2D and 3D. Like when you draw 3D, you also think of it as 2D form. When you work with 2D, if your picture is not abstraction, if it's kind of like volumetric reality, then you also need to consider this 2D as 3D form. It means like you need to know where its kind of edges align with the 3D space. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, also if in this tutorial, if something not clear, you check also my previous tutorials about 6-point, about fish eye. I talk a lot about this. So you see, it's kind of also convenient to remember these steps. It's like grid, composition, and then you do inking. Так. You can listen. Cyberpunk. Yeah, see you later, Monica. Welcome to Gene Bond. Так. Here we can't reach that. Let's see, maybe I have some more. like indescribable genre of music. Так. It's this or what's good. Hello, Dorian. Так. Yeah, I think you mean it's like article about how to draw motorcycle from some Japanese artist. Maybe she's girl. I'm not sure. He says she have there's some character with pink hair and stuff like that. Yeah, there's tutorial. So what do you asking me? I'm not sure. So what is question then? So you want to find this article or why? What? So yeah, I've seen this article. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you like this article or why are you talking about this article? It's like it's good. So let's see. Yeah, there is not so many articles about motorcycles. So like rare article. But my book covers much more information. So, it's kind of think is people kind of mm, I don't know, maybe I became like grumpy old man. grumpy, grumpy old man, but it's kind of sometimes I feel like young generation now, with all this technology, they're so lazy to work with information. Because like, let's say you want to draw something, right? And they just think, okay, if I want to learn to draw something, I need to look for tutorials or articles or books which will like straightforward teach me how to draw this thing. But how about to learn yourself? Like sometimes you can, if you don't find information which like directly telling you how to do such and such stuff, right? Can you try to figure out it yourself? Like let's say you want to draw a donkey, for example, and there is no tutorials like how to draw donkey, what to do. Okay, then you start to think, donkey is kind of look like a horse and maybe some kind of like a dog too. So I can find some tutorials how to draw dogs, practice draw dogs, and then I find some donkey anatomy, and then I put these things together, and now I can draw donkey myself. And then I can make tutorials to teach other people how to draw donkey. Just this kind of more independent and proactive position. Because it's like I see, people are kind of always uh, no, not always, but I seen this kind of reaction when people like think, if I teach something, I teach this because I find it somewhere else, like somebody explained it to me, so now I can teach it. No, like a lot of stuff I was just figuring out myself. And it kind of takes a lot of time for sure. That's why I also kind of understand a value of teaching. It's to help people save time. But it's not controversial thing here. I don't see conflict. It's like, yeah, you help people save time, but approach itself is still very essential and valuable. It's just in general, to have this quality to be able search for answers, like um, crack kind of it's kind of find different material, put it together, and now you have your what you've been searching for. But of course, waiting for my book, it will be very helpful for sure. Nice. Yeah, I will inform. Next year for sure. So it will be no crowdfunding, not all this. I don't want to bother with this stuff, as I already kind of spent too much time on the production, and I don't have so much time. I don't have any more time to marketing kind of this stuff, trying to find money for printing. So I will just put it on Amazon so anybody can order it immediately, print on demand. So I think inside USA it will be pretty cheap, not so expensive. It will be expensive for me because I'm in Taiwan, so it's like delivery is very expensive. But then later, I hope I will find some Taiwan publisher and will print some kind of second edition in Taiwan. It's just like, because when you artist, um, it's like I don't have currently any agency or agent kind of, so it's really too much stuff to manage. Even like websites, social media. Oh, it's kind of. So need to doing all this stuff, and but at the same time you have a lot of artist stuff to do. You need to draw, you need to study. So, and for me, priority it's drawing and study drawing. I like to study, and I need a lot of to improve. And yeah, when I finish these books, like I work now, book about perspective and motorcycle book. So when I finish them, I will very dive into comic books. I hope I will draw some comic books in this life. I keep kind of delaying this stuff. So, especially like not make comic books in Taiwan. I must be stupid because we have here so many programs which support comic book artists, like a government. They have even like how it's called grants for comic book for manga artists. So I can get Taiwan government support even, and can get agents, can get publisher. Just need finally start to do it. It's just kind of it's always very stressful when you change your field of when you change your specialty. I did it already so many times. I've been like switching jobs many times in my life, and finally kind of became this travel artist, drawing like kind of urban sketch and stuff. But because I'm this kind of weird artist who always looking for something more, now I want to switch for comic books. And in the comic book area, I'm like a very beginner. I'm like total noob. It's kind of very uncomfortable, to begin, to feel like beginner again, making some kind of silly drawings, make yourself look stupid. Uh, but at least I didn't, I'm not, it's not like I've been just procrastinating. I get now my perspective skills, like very solid perspective skills. Then, so it's really helps draw from imagination, compose comic book frames. And I read a lot books about writing, which is actually like super helpful. It's like some people can tell you like I watch interview with Akira Kurosawa and Miyazaki, right? And they say you don't need to learn how to write. You just need to sit and write complete story, like from beginning to the end. That's it. And keep doing it, and you will be better. Kind of agree, but at the same time, after reading these books, I realized it was very important to read them because there is some very essential aspects which, if you're outsider like me, you have no idea of this stuff. Maybe it's like for Akira Kurosawa, they knew this stuff from their environment. I don't know where they like their creative fields. But if you are like not from writers or filmmakers circles, you really need to read some books on writing. Like this, Invisible Ink, then Seed Field about writing scripts, very important. Also, there great workshop from Marshall Wandrov about writing stories, like he breaking down Simpsons in his workshop. So this also, I think, very cool workshop. You can find on his website. So, Так. So we see also kind of what is interesting, important to mention. It's like a reference here. It's more just like inspiration. So we have structure. So I have example of this structure of a perspective combined with composition, right? So I see kind of this combination alignment, right? And then I have like set or like bundle of references. So it just give me some bunch of buildings in different angles. And then number 3, I just draw whatever I want. So every artist doing this. It's like 80% of time you have not enough information to draw your illustration or comic book page or something. Like 80% of time. So you will always look for some reference to feed yourself with some visual information, just as some kind of inspiration. And then you kind of look yourself for how much accurate you want it to be. And I'm here like right now, I'm really like I'm taking, I don't know, maybe like 40% from this reference actually, because like yeah, idea kind of same idea. It might look like I draw in this picture, but I'm drawing totally different stuff. It's most of building is different in my picture. Like if you will put them together, just like look at them each other next to each other, you will see is like more than 50% here is totally different. So just something like to keep in mind, right? And yeah, like I say, is everybody doing this? And there you can find a lot of original drawings from Möbius and the reference which he used for drawing his original drawings. And he been like almost no, I mean it's been like a redrawing of reference, but it's redrawing. It's not copying, so it looks actually like mm, it's different work, but we can see it's exactly the same process like I showing you here. Yeah, maybe I will show you examples from Möbius. And here, like in the article, like one of interview, he talking about this. Mentioning is just against like professional artists, they all knowing this stuff. It's no secret kind of here. Say key working with references. It's like first of all, you need to understand you always need references. Always. If you're not drawing just some super simple stick figures, then like as much realism you have, this much you will need to use references. If you draw like hyper realistic people in the clothes and stuff, then usually they may have like exact reference, like in exact clothes, exact pose, and they put special lighting, make photograph, figure sit in this clothes with lighting. Imagine like if you will draw a comic book like this, like make model photo session with model for every page. It's just it will take too much time, so you reduce realism level. Make it more simplified. Yeah, anyway, if you want to talk about something, write me in the chat. Oh, let's also try, I don't know how it works. Maybe I can make audio. Voice channel in Discord. Так, 1, 2, 3. So if somebody in Discord now, you can go to voice channel. We can talk. Can experiment. Так. So yeah, I invite everybody to join, become member of this YouTube. So it will be nice support for me. Then also for you, you can join my Discord channel. We can try their voice conversations. You can ask for feedback, show your drawings, because I just like to talk about art, about perspective. So always glad to give feedback and advice. Or just like and share. Whatever will be nice. If you have any question, just whatever, feel free. All right. Hello, German grammar. Oh, cool. Welcome. Yeah, is there a link to Discord in posts for channel members. Так. Let me see. So you can join Discord right now and join voice chat if you want. Yeah, I think we'll try to make a couple streams with a voice chat. So if somebody wants to talk, just whatever, let's check it out. Maybe we can make it like some kind of cozy conversations, like drawing and talking. This view more and more reminds me Technodrome from Teenage Turtles. I don't know, I just like this is weird. I just get a realization. It just hit me. RFK, he kind of reminds me Teenage Turtle. Teenage Ninja Turtle. It's like a Michelangelo or something. Or Donatello maybe. It's gonna be this like meme of like not actual JD Vance, but it's his meme. It's like Michelangelo, and then RFK is Donatello. Then this Hexet is Leonardo. Yeah, it's like Leonardo with a blade and tattoos. And this lady who make like press conference in the White House, forget her name. She's like April from this original cartoon. Because sometimes kind of you look on it's kind of real people. Sometimes they look so funny. Oh, this is so much absurd. You know, sometimes something is really all in some kind of comedy, really. Like, and God is laughing there. It's like, whoa. So look at these people. It's so funny. like a thunder laugh. So crack in the sky. Need to make it more round. Here I think clouds. So this side looks fun. Let's see this side. Yeah. Oh, no, actually, I can do this clouds with ink. That's okay. Some kind of this. Yeah, anyway, so let's see. Oh, let's take this situation. This like interior. So same will be like this cross of z and x axis. And yeah, let's make it like in the center. Maybe not in the center. Let's make it slightly here. Or a miss point. Anyway, so this kind of x will be here, and z will be here. Z, x. Then, so this is horizon line or eye level. So, and this are y nadir. So x like that, and we'll go here like this. If we want, can do more x wrapping around like this. So here is our x-axis, and then you see, it's not super symmetrical when I draw it, but it's not big deal. I can leave it like this, or I can fix. Either way, it's actually will works. Because like I say, this structure very flexible. Perspective grids, they are flexible. You have freedom to skew them certain. It's like, you know, like a metal when you can bend it, but at certain point you can bend it too much, so it will break. Right, same with perspective grids. You can bend them, but you need to also you need to know to which degree, and to feel this you just need to draw more, so you will be more confident because you know, okay, like about this area is where I can be wrong. Like it's like totally fine to make this kind of minor errors. It's kind of make it much easier, and you have less pressure kind of on yourself. You're not trying to make it perfect, like not trying to make it like 100% clean and symmetrical and stuff. Yeah. So we have grid. Then we can draw composition within this grid. So what we have shelves. We have like, let's make first like a box of a room. Так. Так. So this kind of two characters. And then assist. So here's this X. So maybe one character here, second character. I will move to here. Give it like cart, some products. Так. Here. So same like you see making composition, it's playing around with kind of this rhythms. So here will be like exit door. Here's counter. Here's some boxes. And dude, open door. So and also with X and Z, very easy to draw tails, tiles, yeah. Yes. Oh, this squares on the floor. So you see, because I see clearly perspective grid, I can draw much more than is visible on this photo. Kind of like I can make it clearer because like what is here, it's very hard to see. So visually, it's very unclear. But I can tell there is a door. There is exit door. It's just like super blur, and I know there is a counter. So here will be like some dude, kind of cashier on the counter, right? So I just make it more clear, a little reorganize. So I put guy cashier here, then I put some dude, let's say here, talking with cashier. Maybe it's like a robbery, right? So he said like, give me your money. So now we have like more action. So just kind of by snap of a finger, just right now, like I improvise, I get idea, okay, let's make it like our two characters going shopping to grocery store, but there happen it's robbery, right? So dude take out his beretta. He's like, oh no, again, some hard boiled on 7-Eleven, and as his girlfriend. So it's some kind of security camera view or a mirror. Yeah, it's like this spherical mirror. Так. Let's put toilet paper. I think it's kind of funny. So here. So in even with this perspective grids, we can draw this lines on the ceiling. This here. This will be like a bunch of cola bottles. Here. This will be like copy machine. Here. Just draw it from memory. It's like 7-Eleven, as they have very nice copy machines. So X, Z, Y, Z, and X again. Y and Y again. Some chips. Stand with the chips. Hello, Elijah. Uh, yeah, with so this I use Lamy Safari M kind of middle nib. So here's kind of like, yeah, you can vary thickness depend on the speed. So like if I slow it's this thick, I can make faster, and also I can turn to other side, and it's easier to make thin line. But if you use like let me find, yeah, if you use like Japan, it's much more variety with the line. It's like line quality for Japan is fantastic. Only what is very annoying about this stuff is like you need to, like dip it, then you need to kind of, it's dry a little slower so you can smudge it. And also sometimes it can, I don't know, you can make stains, it can make drops. So it's kind of little, process definitely will be much slower, and it's little just different vibes. Sometimes I just prefer make it faster and easier, so I take my Lamy Safari. But Japan, I think it's the best because you can make it like super thin, you see. So you have like very easy, you can do 3 level, like super thin, middle, and like thick line. And I found there is some like fountain pens with a Japan nib, like exactly same Japan nib like in this one. But it's need to buy like, yeah, I should order it. I will try it out. It should be perfect. Так, thank you for reminder. It's actually weird, like weirdly, I feel it's really important which tool you use. Because when I use some pen which is kind of discomfort somehow in the process, maybe like I don't like how it looks, or I don't like sensation of using it, and because I don't like feeling of a tool, it's kind of distract me, and then I don't like picture itself, so I don't like process and I don't like result. So I find it's really when I use favorite tool, so I can really like enjoy process. It's really kind of important. So it's not kind of a stupid question about tools, because really there is really difference. You can enjoy, or you can like like have this discomfort whole time. But why sometimes it's not a real issue to think about tools. It's in the case when you don't not draw enough. So you in general just should draw a lot. So you draw like 100 pictures with each tool. So you know exactly how it feels to work with different tools. If you draw one picture in a week, then no matter what tool you use, everything will be bad. It don't make any difference. And actually, Japan feels very, very nice. It's kind of like Japan versus fine liners. I think it's something like digital acrylic or like oil, digital watercolor in the Procreate and actual watercolor. So it's just Japan is just always will feels very like authentic and like original. Like nothing can beat it. Like, yeah, probably next stream I will do with Japan. Here I can put clock. So it's 7:11 o'clock. Then maybe here's some poster explaining how to use copy machine. So see, making some world building. I am designer. Concept art. Here. So here will be like refrigerator on the wall. It's kind of ice cream. Side. Oh, let's make this.
Who are you?
My name is Bond.
Jim Bond.
Uh, Also, I was talking on other tutorial about how to draw people in extreme fisheye. Is this kind of like proportions of people in fisheye? They always look funny. So you need, like, wait a second. You need to kind of like, I don't know, juggle with it. Because look, when you have reference, your brain kind of convinced, right? Your brain tell like, yes, it's okay because it's a photograph. It's realistic, right? But if you imagine you draw this kind of figure, you will never convince it's look correct. You will always feel like you make it wrong, like something wrong with this figure, because look like just like feet here is like what happening here? It's like it can't be real. So and this is kind of trick. When you draw it, it's always funny, but I don't know. You just need some practice. So like you can all time you can prove yourself like watching references, compare it to references, and eventually you will develop this kind of new standard for distorted perspective, for poses in a very extreme distorted perspective. So you start to feel like when it's really properly distorted and when it's kind of wrong. But at beginning, you don't have this intuition, and it's just you're just always confused. You always not sure. So just be aware of this funny kind of funny detail. You just can't do anything with this. You can only get over it. Just keep drawing, feeling like it's all funny and wrong. And eventually you will kind of find kind of adjust. You will adjust and start to feel proportions. This kind of learning curve, right? We all have this wrong idea about making everything right from a first attempt. It's kind of thinking like if you do it properly, then it should be correct and perfect from a first attempt. When in reality is not how it works. Because you do it properly, it's like as much as you can with your current skill. And you will improve only if you keep doing it. It's not like, it's no problem with technique, like theory. It's a problem with lack of practice, lack of experience. Так, вот. Yogurt. Because you like, you thinking like, oh, I did everything like this teacher say, or like I did everything they tell me to do in a book, but my drawing looks so ugly. Yeah, it's not because you did kind of something wrong technically. No, it's because you did it very lousy, kind of. Because you can't do it well without experience. And you need keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Kind of like pull-ups, right? You can't do pull-up is not because you don't know some secret about pull-up. You can't do it because you have not enough muscle. So, and the only way to improve is keep trying, right? Like you can do this like I don't know, like kind of jump and slower go down, but kind of like mechanic remains same. Pull up, it's pull up. Same perspective is like, it's just 3 axes. It's just XYZ all the time. That's it. So like theory here, very simple, very clear. But you improve when you keep drawing this again and again, again and again, in a different scenario, different environments, interior, exterior. Just keep doing it. Keep trying, make it more clean, more accurate, and or when you think you already kind of do it right, you need keep doing it. Just kind of like enjoy then. Like if you can do it right, okay, just draw more. You can enjoy how good you can draw, But then you will figure out like, oh, actually, I can do it even better now. And then you keep drawing and like, oh, I can do it even more better now. And it's like, wow. So before I have no idea what I'm doing actually, right? So you go to next and next level, you go to new ground, and from this new ground, from this new height, you look down and say like, yeah, before I've been drawing way too little. It's ridiculous. I've been almost not drawing at all. So you will help yourself a lot if you will just increase amount of drawing you do. So like play less computer games, watch less movies, go, you can skip some meetings with your friends, more invest in your drawing skills. So you will see dividends, you will see like it will pay off for sure. Так. Paste here. Dun, 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 dun. And there is a dude in the door. Let's see. He's like manager. Look outside. Think, oh, actually, door will go down here. Some bottles here. Here is like fire alarm. There's some dust on the ground. It's like, oh no, don't shoot me. And there is like coffee machine. Yeah, kind of this. So we have 6-point perspective, exterior camera, eye level, kind of on like 30 floor maybe, or 40 floor, very high. And here we have 6-point perspective interior. So camera is this high. It's like about 2 meter maybe. 2 meter above from the ground. Both downshot. So camera, it means camera looking down like this. So we see Y vanishing point nadir. And this will be Z. Here I trying to make it like death trap. These characters. From Daniel Donnelly, first American manga. Так, let's see, put some scar. And a girl. You can watch Instagram, Daniel Donnelly, first American manga. Так, he was also a guest on my channel. We have like 2 videos already together talking about weapons, talking about his project. So check it out. Так, so for today, kind of finish here. Yeah. See you next time. See you next video.
Madness. This is